everybody, I'm Lori Gelman, and we're at the seashore for a mermaid birthday party. My little girls would love this cake with its glamorous mermaid perched on top. So let's get the party started with our friend Lieve Hansen for the Betty Crocker Kitchens. Hey, Lieve.
Hi, Lori. Want to make a mermaid?
I do.
Okay. Well, I've wrapped this fashion doll in plastic wrap, and then we're going to make her tail out of fruit roll-up snacks.
That sounds great.
Okay. So what you do is just unroll, and we're using the blazing blue-green. Okay, so once it's unwrapped, it's really easy. You just wrap it right around the doll, and it'll stick to itself. So you just stick it in the back.
Perfect mermaid
And you can just kind of press it a little bit, and it'll mold to the shape you want.
Okay.
And then you just keep going. So you'll probably need about 3 strips.
You know, I've played dolls a lot in my life, but I don't think I've ever done this. It's kind of fun. Oh, she totally looks like a mermaid.
Right, it's getting there. Okay, so for this last piece, I don't have much to cover, but I want it to overhang about 2 inches.
Oh, okay.
So maybe about there.
And have your scissors
So
handy?
I'll just, cut the strip right off. Okay. See, so then you sort of just push it into itself to form the fin.
Cute.
You can always trim it up a little bit if you want.
Hold that up. Show everybody
is
what a good job you did. It
Okay.
looks gorgeous.
There she is. She's ready to go into the cake.
Fantastic. Mine's ready too. She's
Okay.
ready to do a cheer or something. Okay, let's make the cake.
So to make this cake, you're going to need 2 8-inch rounds and a little cake that we baked actually in a custard cup.
Oh, that's a great.
Okay.
Now, will one box do all 3?
Yes.
Okay, great.
And to start, I want to level the cake, so I'm going to trim off the domes if you have a dome on your cake. I'm using a serrated knife, and I cut around the edge. And then once I want to cut through, I just put my hand on top because I don't want to cut my fingers.
Right.
Okay. Okay. Now we're going to assemble this on a pedestal. So would you mind passing me that?
Yes, I have one right here.
Okay. And the first thing we're going to do is I'm going to put a little dab of frosting right there, and I'm going to invert the cake, and that'll sort of like glue. It'll adhere it to the surface.
It's not going anywhere.
Okay. Then just want to put a little filling in. Between a 1/4 cup and a 1/2 cup will be enough. Just enough to stick the next cake on. And again, I'm going to invert it, and that'll reduce the number of crumbs.
Okay.
Then we're going to take our custard cup, and I'm going to put a little bit of frosting here just to adhere it. And this is going to be like a little seat for the fashion doll, a mermaid. And just as a guideline, I'm going to place her here and just sort of score the cake around her, what size she is. And then I'll remove that piece.
So you're making a nice seat for her.
Exactly.
Very.
Let's see if she fits there now. Looks good.
She's perfect.
Okay, so now we can frost the cake. And there's not many exposed cut edges on this, so we're going to try to frost it without doing a crumb coat. And what's great about this is because it's an underwater scene, you don't have to worry about getting it smooth. You actually want like a wavy texture to it.
That's so great.
So once again, I'm just getting all the frosting on, and then I'll create the texture afterwards.
Okay.
So now I'm going to go about and do like a little wavy texture, just kind of random.
And that's just with the flat of the offset spatula?
Instead of using the full length of it, I'm just using the tip of it.
Oh, okay.
And I sort of push it into the cake, and that'll create the little waves. Now we have it all covered in white, but to really give it that underwater feeling, I'm going to get a little blue and apply it to the bottom edge.
Now, what technique are you using now?
I'm just taking a little bit on the edge of the spatula and pushing into the bottom of the cake and then pulling up a little bit. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take blue food coloring.
Is that a dark blue?
Dark blue. Squeeze some into a little bowl. And then I'm going to take just a regular kitchen fork. And I'm going to dip the edges of it in there. And I'm going to come in and just drag it up the side.
That looks great. It's so easy.
Yeah. Okay.
That looks fantastic.
So now, just to do a few extra touches, you have some purple sanding sugar, and I have some blue, and you can just sprinkle a little bit on top, give it that little glistening, watery effect. And if you want it to be like more of a beachy scene, you could put yellow or orange sanding sugar.
Is that enough purple?
That looks great.
Okay. And I have some fish here.
You have some fish. You can put a few around the sides.
Okay.
And then I'm going to go ahead and make some starfish. You just get gumdrops, and then you're just going to smush it. You can use a rolling pin if you like. Just going to mush it flat, and then you dip it in sugar so it doesn't get too sticky. And then we're going to take the scissor. You can use a knife also if you want. And I'm just going to cut a star shape out.
Oh, great.
So just make their arms moving, and then just place them randomly around the top of the cake.
Okay.
So we're at the last step now. We can actually take our fashion doll mermaid and place her in her little seat.
That is stunning. This looks spectacular. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Lori.
Awesome, awesome.
For more recipe videos, visit lifemadedelicious.ca.